Wait, I gotta check my battery. Oh boy, I need a plug-in. Oh, I gotta plug this in. It's almost dead. Oh no. Can't play a game like this with a dead battery on my controller. There we go. Plugged it in. Do 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 do. You just don't know how to handle it. Ba ba da 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 da. I have lost my fucking mind. YouTube, your content is age restricted. Good. That's what I signed up for when I clicked the button and said not for kids, mature. It's like, hey dum-dums, I don't know if you don't know how to read, but I clicked the button for mature content only. So to see my shit, you have to be logged in a lot. And if it gets past the censors and becomes kid-friendly, well, those kids are about to mature really fucking fast. That or their parents are going to freak out when they hear what I've been saying. I'm an extremist. I will take your children away. Booga, booga, booga. Modern feminism has turned women into nothing but fleshlights. Walking cum dumpsters. Ugh. They're more worn out than tires that have been used for 50 years and never changed. Yeesh. You're more of a woman to not be a feminist nowadays. But it's true. First generation feminism was a good thing, fighting for being treated just like everyone else. Now they're being treated like everyone else, they hate it. It's like, yeah, happens. Oh well.
Choose your character.
Now let's get into this. People say shock is the worst perk ever. Don't need to ever do it. Don't ever use it. It's crap. It's like Black Adam actually thrives off shock, and Garnet, which uses shock. And I usually use her shock for projectiles with her fist, but I always can give her a charge of shock with her perk. And who says you have to be on the ground for 4 seconds? There's a trick around the shock perk that people don't realize. And I'm gonna show it to you. And Black Adam, I think, is the only one that can pull it off, sadly. I tried doing it with other characters, but it takes way too long of a build-up. 4 seconds is fine. I wish it was 2 seconds of movement on the ground. But, eh. In other words, you're building up static cling as you're moving on the ground. But as a kid, I hate to tell you this, but do you remember putting on socks and rubbing your feet across the ground really, really fast? Do you know that applies in this game?
Prepare yourself.
I mean, you look stupid in doing so, but it works. Let me show you. I'm not all talk. I walk the walk and I tried and practiced it. Hopefully I can do it right without looking like a dipshit.
Black Adam strike.
You can just shift yourself. As long as you're touching the ground. Dodging counts too, by the way. See, I already built it. Yeah, dodging counts, by the way.
Black Adam strike.
So dodge yourself around the map.
Match point. Red team. Absolutely disgusting.
You build up shock by dodging or running yourself back and forth really, really fast. Static, building up static. As long as you're moving for 4 seconds without, getting around. But you keep the static shock on you until you use a projectile. Which is fine, actually.
Okay.
And as long as you're holding it onto yourself, and every punch you do, as long as it's not a projectile, it keeps applying shock. I don't know why people don't know that.
The choice is yours. I have no time for paltry small talk.
So yeah, if you want to apply static or the shock perk to your character, dodge. Wiggle yourself back and forth really fast on the thing. It only takes 4 seconds. And Black Adam has a little special something that when he uses his projectiles, it applies shock, which if you apply shock and dodge, you apply it to yourself as well. But it only works if the shock perk.
Prepare yourself.
As you saw, my hands kept getting electrified. Like, I kept building up shock. Because Black Adam can do that. It's something Black Adam... That's why I thought the perk is like... That's a perfect perk for him because he's just building it. And that's all he's doing. His projectiles apply it. His basic attacks apply. Come on. This builds up static shock, by the way. See? Until I use a projectile. Building up static. There it is. Until I use a projectile, I have it forever. See? It doesn't go away with him. Black Adam gets to keep his shock as long as until he does that. And then I build up more shock. Built up shock.
No more can tame Black Adam.
Building up shock. Oh, gotta go.
Match point. Blue team.
Yeah, baby.
See?
feet.
I built up shock very easy, very fast. Quite often, actually. A quick shuffle left and right real fast to do that quick shuffle thing, you build up shock in 4 seconds. They didn't say nothing about it being consistent movement, now did they? It just had to be movement for 4 seconds. And once you got it, you kept it. Until you use a projectile. And any time you hit someone, you apply shock. Which means for Black Adam, that's a lot of extra bonus damage with the super perk. Shock is not a bad perk. I just don't think they know how to use it correctly.
You think you can control me?
This is not very hard to use. Because once you build it, it sticks. After allies move on the ground for 4 seconds, their next projectile applies shock. What they don't tell you is any hit you do applies shock, technically, with Black Adam. Projectile or not, my punches are just still gonna work. Black Adam applying a lot of shock value. And as Black Adam, you're not in the air as much as you would think, comparatively. Because you build up shock, then go airborne afterwards, you still keep it. The shock is static on him. It doesn't go away. Until you use one of your projectiles. Which, if you use one of your projectiles on Black Adam, it's gonna hurt like a fucking lot. It's kind of hilarious.
This is what they send against me?
Really? He left? This is the issue I have with multiplayer compared to arcade. Multiplayer, they ditch like a bunch of bitches.
Choose your character.
I hope you disturbed me for good reason. I am not like other heroes. You may kneel.
Shock is not a bad perk. Players just don't know how to apply it correctly. Granted, it should be buffed to where the static can be built up in like 2 seconds of movement. But this is also allies. Which means you can build up static shock if your allies quickly shuffle next to you. Kinda awkwardly weird on that one. After allies move on the ground for 4 seconds, including yourself, you can apply shock to your projectiles, but also for Black Adam it applies shock to him in general. Which then activates this perk, Circuit Breaker. Because you're debuffing the enemy with shock. And you apply shock to yourself while debuffing the enemy with shock with Black Adam is a lot of damage. It's math. I just did the basic fucking math. Black Adam is doing a lot of damage with the shock perk. He's probably the only one who could get away with it, too. I also gave it to Garnet because she applies shock to herself.
absolutely disgusting. Tremble before
Match point. Blue team.
Nothing will stop me this time.
Built up shock. As long as I have the build up on me, I'm applying extra damage anyway. I think Black Adam's the only one that can get away from shit like this.
Match point. Red team.
you thought that would stop me.
Do you feel desperate?
See?
Victory!
Shock works fine. I don't think people understand how to use it. That's the big thing. They're like, oh, it takes 4 seconds. A quick shuffle for 4 seconds ain't gonna get you killed.
Rematch?
And if they're on your ass, it doesn't matter. You're applying damage anyways.
Let's go!
And you can give yourself shock as it is. This extra little perk just grants you shock more often. Applied to yourself. Then when you hit the enemy, it applies it to the enemy.
Choose your character.
It doesn't have to be your projectiles. Black Adams, I think, is the only exception to this rule. And Garnet. That's why Garnet and Black Adam on my team could use the shock
I will
perk.
be your ally.
Many people are like,
now.
well, it's only those two that can use the shock perk. That proves the point that the shock is terrible. Not really. Not really at all, because technically, you just have to move and shuffle around for 4 seconds or dodge across the map for 4 seconds. Because dodging counts as on the ground for some reason. Even in the air, it counts for, I don't know why. Don't look at me, I didn't make the rules. I didn't build these perks. Dodging in the air somehow applies shock if you do it for 4 seconds. It's weird, it makes no sense, but I mean, yeah. You can use shock. The shock perk very constantly. They're treating the shock perk in this game like it's a kid with socks on going across a shag rug. Building up a little static cling and going. Problem is, certain characters could abuse that. Like Black Adam and Garnet.
Prepare yourself.
Garnet, believe it or not, is a very on-the-ground character. And so is Black Adam. And you do so much damage with that shock buildup, so it's worth the 4 seconds to charge yourself real quick. Building up shock. Got it. Oh wait. There it is. I'm doing extra damage now. Already built shock up during the combat phase right there. Then I used it. Building up shock. Built it up. See? Already got it. See how much damage I just did right there? Damn!
No more hey, Black Adam.
Oh, how do you like that? Solve that one real quick.
You'll either build it up during combat, or build it up during movement.
This will be your end.
See?
Match point. Blue team.
Look how much damage he does! This is with the shock perk.
Point. Red team.
I write my own story.
Victory!
See? Shock works with Black Adam. I was knocking him into hundreds within only 6 hits.
Now
I just had to apply it.
Nice.
See? 411 damage. I just had to apply the shock to the character. Why does my money go down instead of up right there? I'm not gaining gold. What the hell? Oh, when I endorse, I lose gold.
Choose your character.
That's so stupid.
You think you can control me?
No, seriously. Try shock on Black Adam. You'd be really surprised. Also, if you want to apply shock, quick little dodges. And dodging counts too. So, hate to tell you, you could... Doesn't work with Tom and Jerry, that's for damn sure. He's more built towards the fire or ice perk. But I would be better. You'd be better off served just doing damage when you stun the enemy, which you do a lot. Painted targets way better for Tom and Jerry when it comes to maxing out their damage output. Granted, the ice can slow down an enemy, but doesn't help you if you're not doing enough damage. My Black Adam's hooking them at over 100 damage quickly in a single combo.
Prepare to face all Kal-El's power. For conduct!
See, built it up. Just quick wiggles here and there.
Match point. Blue team.
Tremble before.
Watch X. Victory!
I'm literally building up static charge by just doing that. And the enemies are ignoring me long enough. In a 1v1, you're probably going to have to fight them off for a little bit.
Play again.
And send them flying, and when you do, you end up doing more damage to them. And I think the toasting players is bugged. So, I'm going to lay off that for a while. Because that doesn't seem to be working right. There's times that you can get yourself charged.
Choose your character.
Because walking around on the ground with
Choice.
Black Adam
Yours.
is charging you, so what's the big deal of getting a little something extra while you're charging? I mean, you're fighting already, which counts as movement. Dodge real quick, do a little shuffle, keep fighting, you build up static charge. Then you're just doing extra damage. Literally. Some reason Black Adam, I think, is bugged. As long as he has static charge on himself, he's applying it to the enemy as he hits them, projectile or not, which is just giving him extra damage output. I mean, yeah, that most people will be like, well, that's a selective rare character and only 2 of them can use shock it actually helps them, like Garnet and Black Adam, but no other character. It's like, other characters could do it too.
Prepare yourself.
And the shock that applies to them only lasts 2 seconds, but if you're constantly applying it to the enemy, then, well, starts to add up. I'm proving it right now by actually doing the little shuffles and dodges, and I'm applying shock often to, well, a character that applies shock.
Does not fear death. Makes it his ally. By the stamina of Shu!
See, the shock is in my hands, right? Watch Gizmo's damage. 5. It'll get higher and higher the more apply shock to him. Projectile or not, doesn't matter.
Match point. Blue team.
Blackest night.
I already applied shock to my character again.
Absolutely disgusting. That was crazy.
See, I already played shock again.
Satan
Victory!
didn't
I play shock a lot to my character. And then Black Adam does play shock a lot. But it's mostly to the enemies. I'm
Rematch?
applying it to myself, though. Okay, if he's gonna keep doing this, I'm blocking him. I never want to play with a loser that doesn't finish it. You're fucking me out of gold, dude.
Choose your character.
There we go.
Choose your character.
What loser doesn't finish the next round?
wisely. I was destined for greatness.
After allies move on the ground for 4 seconds, the next projectile applies shock to them, to enemies. Leave the ground and leaving the ground restarts the timer. Not true. Because if you dodge yourself, if you dodge a lot, leaving the ground doesn't matter. Dodges don't count for some reason. Dodges count differently. You can dodge off the ground and back onto the ground, and it will count it as you're still on the ground. Oh, this is what I mean by the problem. Why arcade is superior. This right here is why arcade is better.
Choose your character.
Few have stood against me. Fewer have lived.
It says restarts the timer, but it doesn't say nothing about leaving the ground restarts the timer, but doesn't say that you lose shock once you build it up. Hell, you can stack shock onto yourself apparently too. But this only applies to Black Adam and Garnet apparently. When it comes to shock just being overly useful. That's why the people are like, shock's a terrible perk. You're just not using it right, because it's easy to get build up on that fucking thing. I was constantly having shock build up. Hell, you can play shock to yourself as Black Adam and Garnet, which helps. And the perk does grant you shock more often. If your ability to grant yourself shock is used up, move around for 4 seconds. It's not hard. Hell, it counts when you're fighting on the ground. Then when you build up shock, you can go off the ground and start fighting, because the shock is still applied. Not my fault. It's just the way the cookie crumbles and how it works.
Prepare yourself.
Because I was doing shit ton of damage with Black Adam, knocking him into the hundreds in mere seconds.
I have all the time in the world. Your foolishness will be your end.
I've had shock this whole fucking game.
You thought that would stop me.
shock that whole time.
Shoo gives me stamina.
Match point.
Build up some shock.
Blue team.
Yeah.
This will be your end.
Building up shock. Built it up. As long as I have it, it will never go away.
Victory!
And you do a lot more damage. For some reason, Black Adam's broken that way.
At last. The balance
Play again?
Damn.
restored.
Also, did you know that when my ally built up, when I built up shock, it granted it to my ally too? Don't know why. It does that. Shit you not. When you if in 2v2s, if your ally builds up
Choose your
shock, you get
character.
shocked, it seems. Because I got it a lot. Even after using my projectiles, it granted me shock again immediately.
I look forward to meeting our opponents. You may kneel.
Though it does need buffed. True, it does need buffed. That I think it should be a 2-second charge time with like 4-second duration, because it doesn't. It just helps you with buffing your debuffing the enemy and buffing a certain character's benefit off shock more than anything, like Garnet and Black Adam. But as Black Adam is kind of busted with his shock ability with shock perk, I don't even realize, my teammate I don't think realized he got shock buildup when I got shock buildup, and then he started using it. You can grant yourself shock as well, but as long as you're hitting your enemy, circuit breaker kicks in. Well, when you punch him, you apply shock. It says it's to the projectiles, but Black Adam is applying shock no matter what. Projectile or not, it just covers all the bases. The shock perk with Black Adam is 100% of the time you're going to be applying shock to the enemy, which makes Circuit Breaker really good for you. Circuit Breaker and the lightning, the shock perk makes where Black Adam's super perk is 100% active at all times during the fight, which is downright fucking disgusting to grant your character, which would be a niche thing, I guess. Yes, but
And so it begins. I must do what's right. Absolutely disgusting. By the courage of men.
quickly build up shock.
Get ready to eat my sword! Go job, man! Turns out they were throwing into the sun for that.
see, I built up shock again, by the way.
I defy.
Anyone noticing this? How many times I'm building up shock in a game? Also, my teammate got shocked too while I was at it.
Match point. Red team.
You thought that would stop me.
Match point. Blue team.
Balance of power.
See? Look, I built up shock again for the 5th time in that one game. Shock works with Black Adam. You don't have to leave the ground with shock. With Black Adam.
Me.
I can see you want to apply shock to your teammates. This would be a good way of doing it. But I already was applying shock to my teammates just by moving around. Which is solid. So you may want to try shock again if you understand the trick.
Character.
The choice is yours. I have no time for paltry small talk. You dare? Bold. You may kneel.
So yeah, Black Adam and shock is like peanut butter and jelly with some honey and banana slices. Just really good together. On toasted bread. Preferably pumpernickel. Plus, I think shock works with Black Adam. Static electricity works with Black Adam a lot more because the way he was built as a character, where everything he does is shock. Not everything he does is actually shock, by the way. But with this perk, 100% is shock applied to enemies at all times. To the whole fight. Why wouldn't you want that? Projectile shock, your punches shock, your kicks shocks, everything shocks. Nothing you do doesn't apply shock to the enemy with that perk. Some of the stuff doesn't apply shock, but the perk, it makes it.
That's what works. By the stamina of Shu!
Can't rest. I'm taking you down. Match point. Red team. I've still got work.
By the power of Athen!
Behind me!
What the fuck is going on? Why did I have a shitty ass teammate that killed himself multiple times? I get the lag, but that was ridiculous. What am I connected to someone in Nigeria?
Rematch?
I'm gonna let party up so I can just block him. That way I don't ever have to deal with him ever again. Yeah, but shock works. Shock perk works on that Black Adam and Garnet.
Choose your character.
Because shock does damage, like fire does, for the time it's applied, and also it has a slow down effect that is applied. So shock is technically a hybrid between fire and ice. Maybe that's why they wanted to make it too powerful to begin with. It used to be 7 seconds, which is fucking you're out of your mind. Because even 7 seconds on the ground is just too damn long. Now if I build up my shock and use it while fighting, yeah, it's another story. Black Adam thrives off this perk. LeBron James, I guess lame brain over here, can use shock with his basketball.
Yourself.
But you would have to move around a lot and then not use your in-air moves, but use your ground moves to get your momentum going. Then when you build up shock, you get them in the air, then use your shock to finish them off. That would be one pain of an ass of a combo. Superman could apply shock pretty easily, since he's already so damn slow. And his flight counts as on the ground.
Allah. Shall not stop me. By the power of Atet. Just like we needed. This will be your end.
Coming at ya. Match point. Red team.
I defy death.
Match point. Blue team.
Child.
You think you're powerful? Defeat.
Wow, that guy's a terrible Get LeBron player. He's just as bad as the real one. Seriously, all you knew is to slam down with your crap ball?
Man, I love winning.
My god, show me that you're a
Continue.
terrible gamer without showing me you're a terrible gamer. Jesus
Let's
Christ.
go.
How pathetic. That's all you could have done is the downward strike? How sad.
Choose your character.
I've seen more skill come from my own shit.
You should warn them I'm coming.
And right now it's runny and greasy. And still more talented than that player. No, seriously, you're not good if you rely on the one move over and over and over. Plus, I hate that map. The no roof on it is just too damn small. The time to kill is ridiculous. Yeah, let's be able to kill someone at 10 damage. Yeah, that's great, dipshits. Could have just taken off the roof off the old one and left it at that. And left it the same size.
Prepare yourself.
Don't listen to the bot on the right-hand side of the chat right now.
I'm disappointed in you, Adam.
Oh, that was a lag and a half.
I defy death.
Match point. Blue team. Okay, let's try again.
By the wisdom of Zehuti.
Look at that damage output. Holy shit. Seriously, you're moving on the ground so much with Black Adam anyways. Why not let him charge?
Rematch?
Respectable.
No, dude, you're supposed to finish what you started, you tiny-dicked prick. God damn it, I'm not gonna get paid out in full.
Choose your character.
I look forward to meeting our opponents. I follow your lead.
But
For
Shark does
now.
It does really well. I don't know why people don't understand. You just have to be moving for 4 seconds or dodging on the ground level. But dodging in midair counts. I don't know why. It just does, okay? It doesn't reset the timer if you dodge in midair. As long as you don't press the jump button, it still doesn't have the timer go down. Shit you not. Because a dodge is not a jump. Now if I would press the jump button, it would cancel out my charge. But if I don't, and just dodge, like you're supposed to in this game, you build up your shock. And then you can apply it. Oh god, I got a lame brain on my team. This is gonna be fucking disastrous.
Prepare yourself!
That pinky finger, what is wrong with it? But yeah, shock is a good perk. You just have to know how to handle it, or keep yourself at a good distance, or keep moving on the ground. You can't go in the air and fight once you build up your shock. Which is, what, 4 seconds on the ground?
Science won't help you here. Going down.
The output of damage is great. Gotta love how my teammate sucks. Seriously? My lame brain didn't even do anything. He played like the real lame brain. Dog shit.
Continue?
Seriously? Yeah, I'm gonna block him if he ends up auto-parrying. Fucking assholes. Always go apply the perk. Also, it can actually give me way more damage if I apply the perk that says that if they're debuffed, I do more damage on top of that.
You think you can control me?
Because I'm already doing additional damage for applying shock. I'm applying shock a lot, 100% of the time. So I guess the other perk that says if they're debuffed, you do more damage. It's like, maybe that might work. It's not the 15th yet. 10 more days to build up the candies. But I am proving shock does work, and it is applying a lot more bonus damage. Maybe I can get rid of the speed assist, because I don't know if that's helping me or not. Because Black Adam's not an aerial fighter. Though it seems like it. He can really do fight in the air, but it doesn't help him much. Let's see, he applies shock to himself and then goes up into the air to fight, and then goes back onto the ground to finish things off. Because you notice that a lot of his moves are ground-based. Like, he literally has to slam into the ground or be on the ground to apply his bubble.
This hammer ain't just for show,
Order the beatdown! Get wrecked, nerd!
Guide me. By the swiftness of horrors! By the courage of living!
Oh, dang it! That one hurt!
Who thought that would stop me? Stay down! Tremble before me!
Match point. Blue team.
Okay, who's the freak that did that?
Victory!
Ta-da!
Should be evident. I have won.
Man, that Finn sucked. He just spun.
Of course I am the victor.
Play again?
Yeah, you better leave, you little bitch. Players like you make gamers look bad. But yeah, shock works. I just don't think they understand the risk-reward benefit.
Choose your character.
The choice is yours.
You think the top-tier players would understand how shock actually works, but they just assume and threw it aside instead of actually playing on the ground. And a lot of fighting games were originally just ground-based. Mortal Kombat. What were the other ones? Street Fighter. You didn't really fight that much in the air as you would actually believe. You were mostly on the ground until you got a combo off to get into the air. Because Circuit Breaker only applies to me, debuffed with shock. I'm debuffing them with shock like crazy. Hell, you can remove the leaving the ground restarts the timer thing completely from static electric, because it's not doing as much damage as you would believe. It's like 1 damage per second, like fire is, with the slowdown effect of ice. Probably making my speed not so necessary. Huh. Interesting. Did someone leave? Yeah, someone left. What a little bitch.
Choose your character.
Get ready for the lightning. I hope you disturbed me for good reason. I was destined for greatness. Make it quick, mortal.
So let's try this. Let me try shock destruction. Because he applies shock a lot.
Prepare yourself.
You deal 25. It says 25% more damage? Ooh. For any debuffs? He causes a lot of debuffs actually. Oh, this might be cool. Or it might end horribly. Horribly? Might end horribly. Why did I say it twice? What the fuck?
This won't last long.
Big mistake.
Match point. Blue team. Victory!
Sorry that your teammates suck, dude.
Surprised? Shouldn't.
Continue?
Is mommy gonna beat him or something? Why the fuck did he run off like that? Here you go, dude.
Huge!
There's no reason for that bullshit. I gave him a toast, but I know it's kind of glitched out, but there was no reason for that poor fucker to have to deal with that.
Choose your character.
Few have stood against me. Fewer have lived.
Yeah.
I was destined for greatness. You dare?
60,000 plus 60,000. Holy shit! How high does that go? Hopefully that's a consistent number for a level up. Yeah, I don't feel much difference when I got rid of my speed. 5% increased damage when hit but debuffed enemies. And I caused debuff a lot. Okay, that's fine. Since his move list is I debuff the shit out of you and cause extra damage. Now I do even more damage! Yay! Now can I see if it works? I like to fight I like to play characters that can just, you know, dick around with a lot. Black Adam's a nice character. I like him. It's a fun.
This won't last long.
I'm flying a lot of debuffs actually.
Baby, you hit like a girl.
Match point. Blue team.
That's gonna hold you.
Forgotten more.
Victory!
I've survived worse than you, but you.
Yeah, it works. But other than the players that are just being little bitches.
Play again?
Why are people doing this? This is what the problem with this game is. They're not finishing rounds. They're just dying out of as fast as possible because they're like, I can't win because they have a lot of kills on their belt. I have a lot of kills because I've been playing this for like a month, like almost 2 months now straight. I even played it in my offline time, so you could fucking bite me. I'm trying to figure out the best way to build a Black Adam character and just abuse his abilities. Not my fault that people... Because I kind of broke my Black Adam. All the perks are designed in this game to work on some aspect. I don't use a lot of them because, well, I don't never need to see a need to, but even he was armor cracked. Hit him while they're down with circuit breaker.
Yourself.
But he sets things on fire? I mean, that would work with projectiles, but he only has half the projectiles and I can deflect them.
Man, is this like the real bad cave?
Stay down. Your foolishness will be your end. For conduct!
Just need you.
This is not the way this will end.
I'm back.
By the wisdom of Zehuti!
Can't break this.
I can break you though.
Team is counting on me.
Match point. Red team.
Fuck.
Defeat.
I pounded way more damage into them. And my Shaggy's kind of useless when he keeps going for the power up.
Continue.
See, Shaggy, you
Okay.
don't just use your fucking charge. It's so stupid of you. I was pumping out more damage than Mr. I have fire
Choose
ability.
Your character.
I'm proving my point. I'm proving my point a lot.
You chose wisely.
That's why I gave Harley Quinn fire, because she already sets things on fire in massive amounts. So I just exacerbated her fire ability with more fire ability. Funnily how that works.
Prepare yourself!
I'm building a lot of shock, because if you grapple them and throw them, you still have shock.
And so it begins. Bow, O Black Arrow. For conduct!
I hate how low this roof is!
For conduct! Stay down. This is not the way this will end.
Try and do that again.
Guide.
Not making that mistake again.
By the stamina of two. Oh.
What the hell? That was a lag and a half.
Match point! Red team!
Absolutely disgusting.
Time to save the day.
Match point! Blue team!
I write my own. By the stamina of two.
God damn you, fucking Shaggy!
Another victory for Steven and his friends.
Shaggy, come on.
Choose your character!
God no, get the fuck out of my sight, you loser. Expect better. Just constantly running away to charge?
Forward
Ugh.
to meeting our opponents.
Come on. I want good players, not the shit you send me. Doing a lot of damage. Wonder if I give myself the Cuffyzilla instead. If I could pull off my moves more often, maybe that'll be beneficial to me. And don't say it's because of the shock. It's not because of the shock. I was owning with the shock earlier, but my teammates are starting to let me down. They're dying too fast, or they're just not trying. I think bare minimum not trying. You're not trying if you're a Shaggy player that's just charging.
Prepare yourself!
Teammate, why the can I get an actual team? Fucking get a head start. Ah!
Match point! Red team!
Such evil combat shall not stop me.
You're not good if that's all you're gonna do!
Defeat.
Ugh, not only did they get a head start, they fucking spammed! I'm already fucking fed up with this bullshit.
Play again?
My teammates aren't doing shit! Come on! God, no. I'm gonna end up blocking 99% of the fucking game players on here.
Choose your character.
Few have stood against me. Fewer have lived. You dare? You may kneel. I am not like other heroes. Make it quick, mortal. Do you tremble before my might?
Ugh, this is disturbingly disgusting. I would like a competent teammate, please. Competent would be fucking fantastic right now. And don't give the enemy team a fucking head start! God damn it!
Prepare yourself.
another one?
Blue team.
You think that will stop me?
Boy with me.
Victory!
That shock stayed on me the whole fight.
Continue?
Luckily. Doing a lot of damage there. Weirdly enough, doing that extra 5% damage didn't really do much of a difference with the hit them when they're down. A full charge attack will break armor. He doesn't have that many. I mean, he has his down strike, his kick, and his forward attacks with square and his basic special, but other than that,
To meeting
no.
our opponents.
I was building up more charge with this. I was building up my charge with this base, basically. Maybe my movement speed does factor into my static electricity, because I was building it up and holding it for the whole time. Why would you have that on there if you're not going to show? They dodge a lot.
Prepare yourselves!
Too bad to them, I'm delayed, so their dodges literally just end up getting hit anyways. Delay has its advantages, but also you always give them a hard start. I hate that. What's wrong, kitty?
That's 2 out of 3, you old nerd. How's this?
Teammate, why are you this shitty?
That's 2 out of 3, you old nerd. First like a car.
Defeat.
Fuck. My teammates again? Why am I getting these shitty ass teammates that can't
again?
pull their own weight?
Let's go!
That Rick had to pull all the weight for this team, and I don't feel like pulling the weight for a bunch of dead weight.
Choose your character.
Equality, bitch. Pull your own weight.
Get ready for the lightning. I follow your lead. For now. I have no time for paltry small talk. Make it quick, mortal.
I'm doing what I need to do, that's for damn sure, but for some reason my teammate's not doing it. Oh god, did you pull out your fucking Wonder Woman, loser? Ugh. There's supposed to be a new character next month anyways. Start of season 2 is next month. Middle of this week actually, probably. Of like middle of the month, I mean. Really? Really? A freebie head start again? Love to give my fucking opponents a head start in a fucking combat game!
Match point. Red team.
Yeah, baby, you hit like a girl.
Black Atom strike.
I will ensnare you!
I crush.
Just like a woman to ensnare a man. God damn it.
Defeat.
What is with this? What's going on? This ain't normal.
And now there's peace. If just for a moment.
I have to block all these shitty players so I never have to deal with them again. That's so ridiculous. Why am I getting put in with Saudi Arabia servers?
Choose your character.
I want some competent teammates. And I'm tired, sick and tired of the enemy team getting a fucking head start of 150 damage. It's disgusting. And not even fair. This has to be my last one because I'm gonna lose my shit at this rate because this is some bullshit. This is ridiculous. What the fuck is this? Fucking, I'm done. If I'm lagging this goddamn hard, I'm done.